105,000. Now it's 107,000.
Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles, elders, of great millstone, and rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noah's in the gospel abroad, living up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Wherever it may be, just the Akia Mahalaya coming back with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord's word to be edifying. This is about the plagues that's set to hit Egypt. It says blood rain incoming. What the WTF is going on with today's sky? Which WTF stands for what the fuck. It says an ominous tint over clouds in Europe and blood rain. Worries have prompted slight alarm from public. Okay, and this is a depiction or a picture of it. Okay, which looks like straight up doomsday. Okay, when you think of the end of the world as kids, I remember being told about the end of the world, or picturing the end of the world in my mind, and I always looked something like this. Okay, if something like this, or it was always kind of like a red tint, or just like a black sky, or like a red dark sky with fire everywhere. Okay, because that's the concept that comes in your mind when they're talking about the end of the world. Okay, and then this happened a day before Passover, because Passover was March 16th, and we're still in the Passover, to be honest. But it says, even though it's finally spring and the days are getting longer, the sky has mysteriously turned orange all across Europe this week. It says the ominous sky is actually a sign of a huge sandstorm set to arrive in parts of England this week, having been transported more than 1,500 miles in it from the Sahara Desert by a weather front. And of course, Esau is always going to put his little scientific explanation of things. He's always going to come up with this particular theory or that theory, which a theory is an unproven statement. Okay, it's not true. Like Darwinian theory, the Darwin theory, the theory of evolution, all those things are theoretic by nature. Okay, that's why when people say in theory, you got to take the shit with a grain of salt, because ultimately a theory is basically unproven. It's just a speculation or a guess, like a hypothesis is an estimated guess. Okay. But anyway, reading here, it says it's part of the storm Celia, which brought strong winds, hot air, and travel disruptions to the Canary Islands before moving eastward to Spain, Portugal, and France on Monday and Tuesday. And you notice these are all storefronts for Esau society. Spain, Portugal, and France, all part of the beast system. Okay, this is the so-called white man's world being plagued with these particular plagues, man. Just like the provinces of Egypt was plagued outside of Goshen. Okay, so it's the same thing here in America. Soon to be America, the UK, which is Britain, France, Ireland, all these particular places that Esau has set up his rulership. These places are going to get hit the most with plagues, with the most pestilence and diseases, because this is the time that this man is going down. Okay, and it says Spanish officials even warned the public to wear face masks and avoid going outside if possible due to the depleted air quality. Although it's important to know that the dust amount reaching the UKs are expected to be significantly lower. But it says according to the Met Office, the dust is lingering approximately 2 kilometers above the ground level, but some may fall to the ground when it rains, making the droplets turn orange, which they consider blood rain. It says this is a natural phenomenon which is sometimes dubbed as blood rain, but scientifically known as wet deposition. Okay, which, like I said, man, he's always putting a scientific twist to it, but instead he can never get a Lord his credit. Okay, because when you predate the plagues of Egypt with the waters turning into red, the locusts, you got the frogs, you got the flies, etc., the 3 days of darkness, because it went into great detail about what happened in Egypt during the Passover night in Wisdom of Solomon 17 and 18. But see, what Esau does, he likes to predate shit and put a scientific explanation behind it to do away with the spiritual or with the supernatural intervention of the Most High, which means he's a damn devil, okay, because that's nothing but deceit. But it says the dust can trigger reduced solar energy production and slightly lower surface temperatures as it reflects the sun's light away from the ground. Okay, it says Reading University meteorologist Dr. Claire Ryder said the areas between Dorset to Suffolk were likely to be in the most affected by the worsening air quality in the UK Wednesday. But according to the newspaper, the Met Office forecaster Richard Miles said we don't expect significant impacts, but the most likely would be on cloudscapes at sunset. But as conditions are likely to be generally overcast and wet for much of this day, this is unlikely to amount to much. Okay, so basically this is a photo of what they shared, and I guess this is people Twitter's account. All right, people was really bugging the fuck out, man, because like I said, these are all plagues from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right, because check this out.
Hello there, we've seen some very colourful weather across parts of Europe just recently. These unusual pictures were sent to us from Spain, from Alicante. And these dramatic orange skies, a result really of the dust that's been brought up from the Sahara. And it's all tied in with Storm Celia. The centre of that low pressure sitting to the south of Spain and Portugal has brought this cloud. It's also bringing some heavy rain. But just ahead of it, we've had these stronger winds blowing across the Sahara, across Algeria, bringing the dust northwards, but bringing some very poor air quality across parts of Spain and Portugal as well. Now, we're going to cut off that supply of dust as the wind direction changes.
Like I said, Esau's got to get his scientific explanation to shit, man. These are pictures people took in March 16 at evening was the Passover. Plagues, man. Says the sky has turned a very strange dusky orange color in central London. Apparently we're getting a Saharan dust plume today. Come this guy. Hold on, man.